For years, people were told to stop asking questions about Jeffrey Epstein and the powerful people around him. They said it was all rumors, just wild talk from the internet. But now, after new files and messages came out, those old questions don't seem so easy to ignore anymore. Now it turns out that some truly unexpected names, such as Ellen, are rumored to have been involved in some seriously messed up crimes with the disgraced financier. According to investigators who reviewed Epstein's records, his inner circle was a tight group that spoke in strange code, used odd phrases, and acted in ways that didn't make sense on the surface. Words like pizza, pasta, and especially jerky appeared over and over again in emails, not as food plans, but in ways that felt off. Even lawmakers who saw unedited files said the language was disturbing and confusing.
There was also a lot of language that appears to be coded regarding food. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza. Another email read, "This is better than a Chinese cookie, see attached. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again." This one talks about, yeah, that's the pizza. You mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement. There's one more, I think, in this list as well. Sorry, I have no stomach for even the slightest aggro. I don't have the stomach for it for any drama, imaginary or real. I'm still fragile off the last one and scared of shadows. This is in response to some videos that were shared where Jeffrey Epstein himself says, I watched all of these videos, don't send any more. And then Ghislaine is like, I can't stomach any of this. What the fuck did you send that Jeffrey Epstein was like, no more?
One of them, Anna Paulina Luna, confirmed that these emails included coded phrases and descriptions involving minors. She openly said that the way these words were used was not normal, and that jerky, in particular, didn't sound like food at all when read in context. A forensic expert would later come out to say that these were likely euphemisms for something much, much worse.
Earlier, I'll give you another example here. Epstein sends a message to someone. She looks pregnant, reacting to a photo. And the client replies back to Epstein, "You mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement? Yeah, that's the pizza." I cannot be clearer than this, that this is a code word. It makes no sense in that context whatsoever. And this, on top of the example I gave you earlier, when his virologist gave him the medicine for having an erection, erectile dysfunction, I assume, or it could be even Viagra, and then told him to wash his hands, go have pizza and grape soda. That's been mentioned time and time again. You know, having adult men, successful men that are very health oriented, constantly talk about pizza and pizza with grape soda, which I've never heard before.
Yeah, I've never heard of pizza and grape soda before this. I don't know if that specific combination was part of the whole Pizzagate thing, but it's definitely mentioned a lot because I saw that phrase, so I looked it up and was like, is this actually like in there multiple times? And it most definitely is. There's
another one here. Have you seen the beef jerky mentions as well? There's an email here from Jeffrey Epstein. Someone else says, Francis has time to come tomorrow to show me how to make it. Jerky, anyone? He will also bring you a taste of his jerky recipe from the restaurant, and sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called Cook's. Wait for it, beef jerky and steak. Yes, time at 3 p.m. There's other emails of him talking about beef jerky. Another one here, Jeffrey Epstein sending it to Steve Hansen, saying, hope you're feeling better. Did we analyze the beef? Did we analyze the jerky? Now there's talks about jerky, referencing human meat. It could be for scientific research, could be something else that's even sicker. But there's more emails here talking about beef jerky. Have you had time to go through those? There's one here, thank you so much, super cool. IT guy setting up Surface right now. We are ridiculously excited, and beef jerky delicious. Thank you, Thanksgiving. So yeah.
It is very, now I've got all those emails saved. I'd actually had somebody send me all of those to say, hey, would you check this out? So I have them. I have not read through all of them, but there's no shortage of terms that are phrased in a peculiar way. Muffin is another one. I've seen that a couple of times. I talked about when he says whoops, that seems to be in very, sometimes he says that in very odd terms that seem like they're referring to somebody dying or getting, so there definitely seem to be code words.
Email after email talked about jerky being stored in freezers, carried in insulated bags, delivered urgently, and shared between Epstein and close associates. The messages sounded casual, even friendly, but the details raised serious red flags. Now it seems some big names are in trouble, one of the biggest of which is Ellen Degeneres. For years, she was known as the smiling face of daytime TV, friendly, safe, funny. But according to insiders and whistleblowers, her name appears far closer to Epstein's world than many expected. One rumor claiming she was Hollywood's most prolific cannibal recently went viral, with many on the internet claimed she had connections to Epstein. They claim she helped connect people, smoothed introductions, and kept things quiet. While none of this has been proven in court, the allegations alone shocked many who grew up watching her on television. This is where people started looking back at old warnings. One of the best and most prominent examples of this is Justin Bieber, who once spoke openly about being scared, uncomfortable, and unprotected as a young star. At the time, many brushed it off as stress or fame pressure. Now, some believe he was trying to warn people, without knowing how or without being believed.
Lauren, it was fun.
Yeah. I can't believe you got in that water.
It was so cold. It was like 50 degrees.
Look at you. So
Yeah.
it's a beautiful video. So if you want to see the whole thing, it's gorgeous. Speaking of you in your underwear, let's talk about the paparazzi shot in Bora Bora.
Okay.
So you are obviously in a private bungalow.
Yeah.
And because usually we're all pretty good at spotting paparazzi.
Yeah.
They hide in boats
Yeah.
and pretend to be fishermen,
Yeah.
and we're like,
Yeah.
you're paparazzi. I mean, we're
Yeah.
pretty good at it. How did you not see that there was paparazzi there?
Well, I just didn't see them. I think I wasn't really looking out for them either, so.
Was there a boat? After, when you think back on it now, can you see where they may have been? Were they
Yeah,
in a boat?
yeah, they're definitely in a boat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how quickly after that was shot did you realize that happened? Did that go on wire right away?
Yeah, it was pretty much like a couple days. It was like a couple days later, Scooter hit me. He was like, "Yo, I hate to tell you this, but your penis is on the internet." I was like, "What? How does it?" And so then the first thing I saw was like the censored one, and it had like the black thing over it, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, like I don't know what this is gonna look like." And then it wasn't as like bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
It wasn't like terrible.
I'm no expert, but I heard that it was good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, what amazed me, though, is that got so much attention, and I was in the bungalow next to you, and when I saw it, I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people didn't see. I was right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
My hat! So there's a young woman in the background you can see in the bed.
Yeah, I know.
Is that your girlfriend?
No, it's not.
Just a girl that you were in Bora
Just a
Bora
friend.
with?
Yeah.
You just brought a friend to Bora Bora?
Yeah.
And you're just naked with your friend?
Why are you putting me on the spot like this? Gosh.
I mean, you can say, why can't you say you're dating somebody?
I'm not dating anyone though.
She's just a friend?
She's just a friend.
Wow. I have friends, I've never seen them naked like that. And they don't bring me to Bora Bora.
Stop. You're making me blush, dude.
Others remember how quickly fact-checkers rushed in whenever these topics came up. One really alarming piece of evidence tying back to the alleged cannibalism is that back in 2009, a young model by the name of Gabriela Jimenez broke down outside a hotel, screaming that she had seen something horrifying involving powerful guests.
Pero que habían comido humanos.
One clip that keeps coming back is from Chrissy Teigen, a longtime friend of Ellen DeGeneres. In the interview, Chrissy made shocking comments about being open to eating human flesh if the person okayed it. When asked again, she didn't laugh it off. She doubled down.
Actually, nothing I wouldn't eat or wouldn't drink or wouldn't try.
If the person okayed it, I would eat a human.
If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like
A tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
you wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Is that terrible?
At the time, many people brushed it off as dark humor. Hollywood is known for edgy jokes. But after the Epstein files, some viewers started asking why anyone would even joke like that. Online investigators also point out that Chrissy was a frequent guest at major celebrity events, including gatherings connected to Diddy and political figures. Another part of the story that caught attention involves a rare disease called kuru. Kuru was first discovered in the 20th century among certain tribes in Papua New Guinea. Scientists found that it's caused by prions damaged proteins that attack the brain. It can lead to tremors, loss of muscle control, and speech problems. When an old video surfaced of Jeffrey Epstein showing unusual mouth movements, internet users began speculating. Some tried to connect it to kuru. Medical experts, however, warn that you cannot diagnose a complex brain disease from a short video clip. Still, speculation spread fast.
I know I'm about to sound completely insane, but just hear me out. This pertains to the Epstein files, the Clintons, and cannibalism, and I feel completely fine and am totally okay. Alright, let's do this. How do we know if someone is a cannibal? Well, they could have the Kuru disease, which is a fatal neurodegenerative disease that spreads through eating brain tissue. It has a long incubation period, 10 to 30 years. Early symptoms are headaches, coordination issues, anxiety, and inappropriate laughter. Middle stage, severe tremors and shaking, loss of balance and slurred speech. Late stage, inability to walk, dementia, and the forever sleep. Do you know of any elites rumored to have consumed human flesh? But I'm not accusing anyone of anything, this is just a fun little joke video. With truth in the mix, in Papua New Guinea they call human long pig. We just love to have fun here. No, the Kuru disease has nothing to do with the Epstein files or anyone in them. Definitely not the Clintons. And I feel fantastic, so yeah, have a good day. Okay, thanks.
Supporters of these theories argue that powerful people often disappear from the spotlight citing health reasons. They say when elites suddenly retreat, it makes you wonder. On one side, there are serious documented crimes tied directly to Epstein crimes proven in court. On the other side, there's a storm of online claims, extreme theories, and viral clips that mix fact with speculation. And in the middle of it all are familiar faces from Hollywood and politics, especially if you start going back into the history of some of these allegations. In August 2025, new claims surfaced 5 years after the original workplace scandal that ended the Ellen DeGeneres show. This time, a former cameraman spoke to the Daily Mail and described what he said was a tense and uncomfortable work environment. According to him, Ellen allegedly didn't treat male staffers well. He claimed the show went through multiple male employees and even said there were 9 different stage managers in a single season. "We had a feeling she really didn't like guys," he reportedly said. He also described what staff called the Ellen gaze. He said when she was upset, her eyes would narrow and her cheekbones would tighten. To him, it felt like a queen looking for her next execution. That's how intimidating he claimed she could be. At the same time, he said her wife, Portia de Rossi, was kind and friendly to staff. But he made one strange claim. If a male employee was seen chatting too comfortably with Portia, it could reportedly upset Ellen. Staff, he said, hoped they wouldn't get seated near her wife during events just to avoid drawing attention. More interestingly, a year earlier in late 2024, reports had spread that Ellen and Portia had quietly moved out of the United States after Donald Trump won the presidential election. Some media outlets suggested the move was political, but not everyone bought that explanation. Soon after the news went viral, Elon Musk reacted online. He responded to a post suggesting that Ellen's departure might not be about politics at all. The post hinted at another possible reason: her past social connections with Diddy, who is currently facing serious legal troubles. She is on record being invited to his infamous parties.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then No, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music.
By 2020, the pressure around Ellen DeGeneres wasn't just coming from online rumors anymore, it was coming from inside her own show. That summer, 36 former employees of the Ellen DeGeneres show spoke to reporters about what they described as a toxic workplace. The accusations were serious. They included claims of harassment, inappropriate behavior, and misconduct involving 3 executive producers. The story exploded after BuzzFeed News published a detailed report. Soon after, NPR obtained a memo Ellen had sent to her staff. In that note, she apologized.
Welcome to season 18 of the Ellen DeGeneres Show.
A new chapter. That's what Ellen promised today as she returned to her studio and spoke out for the first time about the controversy swirling around her.
This summer, there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. And then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened.
She apologized and promised to do better.
The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV. I am also a lot of other things. Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that. I am a work in progress. And if I've ever let someone down, if I've ever hurt their feelings, I am so sorry for that.
But one former Ellen producer isn't buying it. Hedda Muscat worked on The Ellen Show back in 2003.
Phony, liar, hypocrite. That's my reaction. She's known about this for 17 years. She's created this culture. I was there from day one. We were all petrified of her. She was not nice.
The bigger issue, according to some staffers, was the culture itself. Several said there was no safe or confidential way to file complaints. Some claim senior staff discouraged them from speaking up. Warner Brothers, the studio behind the show, eventually launched an internal investigation. Executive producers were removed. Public statements were made. But critics online began asking a different question. Why did it take so long? Then another name surfaced, one that added a new layer to the story.
Video clip is a short one, just 3 seconds long. It's part of the Epstein files, and it shows the convicted offender Jeffrey Epstein being shown the Louvre by Jack Lang. The 86-year-old former culture minister knew Epstein for years and used his car and his plane. Lang told French media that he'd met Epstein through Woody Allen and would have cut off all contact had he known that he was at the heart of a criminal network. But Lang's family ties to Epstein go beyond casual acquaintances. The French investigative site Mediapart revealed that Epstein opened an offshore account in the U.S. Virgin Islands in 2016, and half of the shares were owned by Caroline Lang, the former minister's daughter. Her name is also in Epstein's will, signed 2 days just before his death in prison. He promised her $5 million. Caroline Lang has also responded to the site, saying the offshore account was meant for art investments, but she was never paid by Epstein or invested financially in it. Mediapart also said that Lang did not declare the St. Thomas account to the French tax authority. Lang has since resigned from her new post as the head of a film producers group.
And Ellen's list of celebrity critics kept growing. In June 2025, comedian Margaret Cho said on a podcast that Ellen had been a mean girl behind the scenes. Cho claimed they had known each other for years from stand-up comedy days, but when she appeared on Ellen's talk show, she was treated like a stranger.
What, Ellen?
Ellen was like really weird and not nice to me for most of my career, and like because I opened for her in the 1980s.
Oh, you did?
When she was a headliner in comedy clubs, and not way before her big fame.
Uh-huh.
And so then when I would do her talk show in the 2000s, she acted like we just met. And I'm like, what?
One of those types.
I'm like, what? Like, that's weird. Like,
right.
It's like, we go way back. What? Like, it's so creepy and weird. But, also, The other thing was David Bowie had been on the show, and he was so excited that the night before that I had come to his show wearing this giant Chinese emperor outfit. He was really thrilled about it, and he talked at length about it. And she cut it out of the show, which made me so mad. And the producer, who's a really good friend of mine, had to call me and tell me, I can't believe she did this, but she cut it out of the show. But you need to know that he was going on and on about your outfit. He loves you. God said your name.
So petty.
Which is so rude.
That is so gross.
I don't know if it was personal. Maybe it was for time.
Right.
But still, I'm going to take it personally just because I decided to.
You should have sent her a note and said, send me the footage. I'll post it to my YouTube.
I know it exists somewhere.
The truth we're looking for seems to be buried somewhere between confirmed facts, personal grudges, internet speculation, and real pain from people who say they were mistreated. What do you think the truth is? Let us know in the comments below.
If your For You page is boring right now, this is going to change everything. All you have to do is search these words and the algorithm picks up on it immediately. I am not joking, your feed will be completely different. Just know there is no going back after this, so do it at your own risk. Alright, here are some things older men do wrong when trying to date younger women. 1, they try to buy her attention, taking her to expensive restaurants on the first date, showing up with gifts too early. That does not make her interested in you guys. It makes her uncomfortable or it attracts the wrong type. 2, they talk about their ex-wife or their past relationships way too much. She does not want to feel like a rebound or like a midlife crisis. 3, they try to act like they are still in their 20s, using slang that does not sound right, dressing like her friends. Just be yourself, honestly. And 4, they get insecure about the age gap before she even brings it up. If you make it weird, she is going to feel weird about it too. Just act normal. You guys have no idea what TikTok has turned into. Just search these words right now and you will see exactly what I mean. The stuff that comes up should not be on this app. I do not know how this is still allowed. So yeah, just make sure to be alone when you do it. Okay guys, 3 words that completely ruined my TikTok feed. Coconut scrub, which I thought was a skincare thing. It was not. Locker room, which was exactly as bad as it sounds. And water park, which honestly should not even be on this app. My algorithm is never recovering from this. Ever since TikTok got new owners, the algorithm has been wild. Actually insane. Someone told me to search Zulu girl in here, and I was shocked at what I saw. Seriously. If you search up these words, you're gonna see exactly what I mean. Just maybe don't do it around other people. Trust me on this one. Someone told me to search up 3 words on TikTok last week, and my algorithm has been a complete mess ever since. I searched Candy Love first, and I still do not really understand what that even is, but it was bad. And Hot Springs, which somehow was even worse, and I do not know why. And then I tried Cherry Festival, and honestly that one sent me off. My feed has not recovered, and I do not think it is going to. If anyone knows how to reset the algorithm, please let me know because I am genuinely struggling right now. If your For You page is boring right now, this is gonna change everything. All you have to do is search these words and the algorithm picks up on it immediately. I am not joking, your feed will be completely different. Just know there is no going back after this, so do it at your own risk.